Hey guys, today we're going to be trying the new palette from Maybelline. It is the Maybelline Lemonade Craze. It looks like this. If you guys are curious to see swatches and how this applies, then just keep watching. And if I seem a little tired, it's because I was at the ER with my youngest last night until about 4 a.m. He had some what looked like bug bites on his thigh and finger, and his finger area had swollen all the way down to here and all the way up to here, and it was hard to the touch, so we were concerned that there was something wrong. Same thing with his thigh. So we got there around midnight last night, and they released us around 4 a.m. So I'm missing a little bit of beauty sleep this morning, so bear with me if I seem just a little bit tired and sluggish, but he is fine. They're just aggravated bug bites, nothing to be concerned about, but we wanted to be sure, so now we know. All right, so this is the Lemonade Craze. It has the names of the shadows on the back and then 3 looks you can achieve using this palette. The names of the shadow are also printed on the front. So here's what it looks like. Let's start with swatches. Okay guys, so here are the swatches of the Lemonade palette. Let me give you a close-up right here. So as you can see, these are the colors. The ones that are most intriguing to me are this bright yellow and this kind of like rose gold one. They look really, really pretty. They all were super soft and creamy. They swatched well. They're a little on the dry, powdery side, so there's definitely some kick up when you dip into the pan, but let's give this a shot. So I'm gonna do one eye and be back to show you how I got it. Okay, so this is the eye look I came up with, kind of like sunset inspired makeup with this palette. Okay, so my first impressions of this palette, these shades up here, these matte shades are extremely, extremely dusty. Like you just dip in and you get tons and tons of powdery kick up. So that being said, I ended up using this shade all over the lid, this one in the crease, and then I went in with Lemonade Craze, Coral Punch, and Ice Pop in the crease, and Citrus on the lid. So I will show you how they apply. So far, I'm not super impressed with the pigmentation upon application, but let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm dipping into Sunny's, the very, very pale yellow one. Okay, so that color was nicely pigmented. It covered up the veins. I had already previously primed my lid with a soft ochre paint pot from MAC. Now I went into the sherbet color, sorbet, however you want to say this color. Very, very powdery, as you can see, and there's a lot on my brush, but really nothing shows up in the crease. But I mean, it's like a fleshy tone, so I'd expect that. Let's try the lemon. You can see I have a lot on my brush. Are you seeing any yellow? Let's try again. For a color this vibrant, I would expect it to show up better. Okay, so it took me about 5 dips to get this yellow, and this still isn't a super blinding bright yellow shade. So next, let's go into Coral Punch, and you'll see the same thing with this one. Do you see anything? Okay, so I really couldn't get this coral shade to show up at all. So I'm going to go into Ice Pop, this red one, and kind of make my own coral by adding this to the yellow. Okay, so now I have like the kind of peachy red crease color that I wanted initially. Now I'm going to take my finger and go into Citrus and apply that all over the lid. Okay, so here is the top lid done. So let me finish up my face makeup and I'll be back to finish the lower lid or the lower lash line, probably doing similar colors on the bottom as well. Okay, so face makeup is on. I ended up applying a little bit of the Sunday Riley Influencer Foundation. I'm still testing this one out, so stay tuned for my final thoughts. On the lower lash line, I'm going to just put a little bit of the yellow and then this kind of red shade on the lower lash line to finish the look, and then add some mascara for the final touch. I think I'm going to add a little bit of this. I'm going to add a little bit of the sweet tea brown to both eyes just to kind of tone down the red. And this sweet tea shade is also not showing up very much, so I'm going to go into Old Fashioned, which is the dark brown. Alright, so that is the final shadow look. Let me apply a little mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the finished eye look. I like the way that it turned out, but some of these shadows were a bit difficult to work with. Like I said, these top shades were very powdery. I liked this one, Sunny's. This one applied really well, really evenly. It was a nice, like bright, almost like a banana shade shadow. That one was nice. This red one was pretty easy to work with. This deep brown was pretty easy to work with. But the yellow, the peach, and this brown, I felt like had very little pigmentation when applied with a shadow brush. I had a lot of difficulty working with those. But this shimmer shade is quite nice. I applied it foiled, so I sprayed my eyes and then applied it, or sprayed my finger and then applied the shadow, and it turned out beautifully. So I do like the end look. I had to work a little bit with this palette with some of the shades. So I'm going to continue to play with this one. I really want to try this Strawberry Lemonade shade. It looks so pretty. I actually might, should I try that in the inner corner? No. I really want to try the Strawberry Lemonade shade. It looks really, really beautiful. So I will keep trying this one, and I will give you guys my final thoughts in the description bar below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this swatch and tutorial video for the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.